Hey Justin, here's just a quick video to show you the dash cams I have in my car. I have one in the front and one in the back. I'll show you how I have the front and back ones wired up. On this car I have them hardwired, but on my parents' cars I have them connected to the cigarette lighter socket. For my back one, I have this little camera. It's a Mobius action cam. It's about 70 bucks. With the cables, card, and mount, the total comes out to around 100. So I have this cable running up through here, goes through this headliner, down through this C-pillar trim, comes down through here, and then it goes under this this whatever it's called trim here. It just goes up to the front like that. You can pull all of this trim up with plastic trim removers. You don't want to pull it up with screwdrivers or you will mess up the plastic. If you have side curtain airbags, you want to make sure your cables are not in the way of the airbags. The front one's pretty similar with regards to hiding the cable. The front one I have SG9665GC. It's kind of hard to see when you're sitting in the driver's seat. It's hidden by the mirror. So the way I have this set up is here it's just adhered to the windscreen. This is my GPS connector. It's not built into the camera. It's a separate unit. And then my USB cable. So the USB cable is for power. This 3.5mm connector, that's for the GPS. And so that goes into the headliner. And my GPS connector cable just goes again through the headliner, down through this A-pillar trim. I have it attached right there. For my USB cable, it goes up through here, but it goes to the left through this headliner and down this A-pillar trim. Again, if you have side curtain airbags, you want to make sure that you do not put your cable below the airbag. The airbag usually would deploy with enough force such that it doesn't matter anyways, but to stay on the safe side, I would say remove this trim and tie it directly to the cable loom that already runs down here, as opposed to squeezing it under here and potentially impacting the airbag operation. So the cable goes down through here, and same with the back camera, the cable comes up through here. And so what I have under here, so here's the cable from the back. Get my flashlight. So under this panel, I just sort of tuck the cables in. Up here is my fuse box, and so what I have here is I'm using a little add a circuit thing right here. So you can see that thing right there. That's the fuse add a circuit. So I have two of them because I'm using a Vico Power Plus. And what this does is it allows me to run power either when the car is on or when it's off. If you don't want to spend that much, you'll probably only be getting one that'll run when your car is on. The nice thing about this is that I can switch it on whenever the car is off and let it run off the battery. But one thing you need to be careful of is car batteries are not meant to run when the car is off. And so you want something that'll make sure your battery just don't drain down all the way. The nice thing about this is this has a timer on it, and it'll stop it if the battery voltage goes too low. So for this, it's got two power connectors, one for accessory and one for constant power. The accessory goes to a key on fuse slot, and the battery goes to a constant power fuse slot. And then from there, I've got these little, it's a little hard to see, but I've kind of tucked it all under here. But if you can see that, it goes to kind of like a cigarette barrel adapter type thing. And I've got a USB charger plugged into that, as you can see. And then there, I've got my two devices plugged in, one for the front and one for the rear. So when when the car is started, then the cameras will come on. So because this power adapter thing works either with the key in the on position or with the car completely off, then that means if my switch on the power adapter is off, then nothing will happen with the key either in the off or the accessory position. But if I put it in the run position or the key on position, then my camera will come on. But if I put it in the accessory position, then the cameras will shut off.